Today I want to share something very honest. Over the past years, I have tested content across multiple platforms. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Some videos failed, some videos performed normally, and some videos became extremely viral. And after observing those patterns for years, I started asking myself a deeper question. Why do some videos explode while others disappear? What I discovered is that virality is not random. It is structured. There are principles behind it, there are systems behind it. And today I want to share the exact lesson I learned from my most viral videos across different platforms. Welcome to my channel, Cristina Fundo. I invite you to subscribe to my channel and to be part of this community when I love to share information and I love to help people around the world. So if you want to grow online, if you want to build a personal brand, if you want to build an audience or even monetize your knowledge, this video will help you understand where to focus and how to structure your content. And the goal of this video is very simple. I want to save you years of testing what I personally went through, so you can start with clarity instead of confusion. So first, let's start to say about how to go viral online. And there are two foundations. Before we talk about platforms, algorithms, or strategies, you must understand two fundamental pillars of viral content. Without those two pillars, nothing works. And those are number one, niche, and number two, audience. Let's talk about niche. Most people think they have a niche, but they don't. They usually say something like, my niche is fitness. Fitness is a category, a niche must be specific. Let me give you a very clear example. So, instead of saying my niche is fitness, a better niche will be fitness for new mothers who want to get their body back after pregnancy. And now suddenly your contents become very clear. Your audience becomes clear. Your message becomes clear. Now you can create content pillars. For example, content pillar number one, home workouts for mothers. Number two, 10 minutes workouts for busy mom. Workout without gym equipment. Post-pregnancy belly workouts. If you want to build an audience or even monetize your knowledge, this video will help you understand where to focus and how to structure your content. And the goal of this video is very simple. I want to save you years of testing what I personally went through, so you can start with clarity instead of confusion. Now your content, it is not random. It becomes organized and powerful because when someone sees your videos, they immediately think, this content is exactly for me. And when the audience feels that connection, the algorithm notices it. And when the algorithm notices it, your videos start spreading. Another example. Let's take another niche example. So, my niche is language learning. You could say, learning German for immigrants moving to Germany. And now your content pillars could be German phrases for everyday life, how to integrate in Germany, finding apartments in Germany, German culture explained, job interviews in German. Now the content becomes extremely valuable for a specific group of people. And that is the key. The internet rewards clarity, not randomness. And this is exactly my own example. I have started this niche on Instagram for Albanians to learn the rules and to learn the language, the German language, because the interest of going to Germany was very high. And so I started this niche, and this is personal experience that I am explaining to you. Now think about your audience. The second principle is something most creators ignore, and it is this. You must think about the audience before creating content. It is true that most people post content thinking about themselves. What do I want to say? But the real question should be, what does my audience need to see? Imagine one specific person, one person who represents your audience, and then ask yourself, what problem does this person have? What question does this person ask every day? What will help this person improve their life? If your video answers those questions, your contents become valuable, and valuable content spreads. And now let's go back to the German learning niche, my personal experience. If your audience is immigrants in Germany, ask, what do they struggle with? Examples of this could be speaking German at work, understanding bureaucracy, renting apartments, talking to doctors, understanding letters from the government. And now your videos become solution. So for example, a good video idea would be 10 German sentences you must know for your job interview. Another example of it will be how to speak German with your landlord. 5 mistakes immigrants make when learning German. Those videos are powerful because they are directly connected to the audience's real life. And that is how contents become viral. Now I need to talk about the platform. So first of all, you need to understand platforms, why they work and how they work. So now we move to the second part, because many people make a huge mistake. They treat all platforms the same, but every platforms work differently. And today we will talk about 3 main platforms: Instagram, TikTok and YouTube. Each one rewards different types of creators. First, Instagram. Instagram works best when you have one clear niche. Instagram's algorithm wants to understand who you are. If your page teaches cooking today, finance tomorrow, fitness the next day, the algorithm gets confused. And when the algorithm is confused, it does not promote you. That is why Instagram works best for coaches, teachers, experts, and educational creators, people who provide structured knowledge. And now let's go to the types of content that work on Instagram. So, educational videos, 3 mistakes when learning German. Tutorial videos, how to pronounce German words correctly. Advice videos, how immigrants can integrate faster in Germany. Instagram users love tips, explanation and step-by-step guidance. So keep that in mind. And now let's talk about Instagram monetization. Instagram is not the strongest platform for direct monetization, but it is very powerful for 2 things: brand collaboration. Company loves working with Instagram influencer because Instagram is very visual and trust-based. And the second will be digital products. This is extremely powerful. Example of digital products that I have already used were online courses, guides, templates, ebook. For example, in my own case, my niche has been helping immigrants understand life in Germany. Topics like learning German, moving to Germany, integration, and because the niche is clear, digital products become very natural. Now let's go to the next platform, that it is TikTok. Now TikTok is completely different from Instagram. TikTok does not care about your profile. TikTok cares about each individual video, which means something very interesting. You can post different types of content on the same profile. For example, one video about fitness, one video about makeup, one video about travel, one video about motivation, and so on. And TikTok will test each video separately. If the video is interesting, TikTok pushes it to the right audience. This is why TikTok gives many creators their first viral video, because the platform gives chances. TikTok works best with short videos, strong hooks, fast storytelling. Good examples will be 3 mistakes beginners make in the gym. Why most people fail learning German? 1 trick to lose belly fat. So TikTok loves attention-grabbing content. And now let's talk about monetization on TikTok. So TikTok monetization usually happens through affiliate links and TikTok Shop. And of course, live stream, driving traffic to other platforms. And this is very important. Many creators use TikTok to grow fast and then they move directly their audience to YouTube. But this doesn't function by Instagram. Instagram users just doesn't care to get out of Instagram by a link to go directly to your long videos on YouTube. This doesn't work by Instagram, but for TikTok, users of TikTok love to go by YouTube. And now let's go to my favorite, that it is YouTube. Now, YouTube is different from everything. YouTube rewards long-term creators. It is not about quick success. It is about building something sustainable. And YouTube works best with long videos, educational videos, storytelling videos, deep explanation. YouTube is where you build a brand. Why YouTube is powerful? Because YouTube supports creators. When you build a community on YouTube, people trust you. People return to watch your videos. People follow your journey. And YouTube has the strongest monetization system. Ad revenues, sponsorships, courses, memberships, and products. But YouTube requires passions. You must build strong foundation. Now let's go to the final lessons. Now here is something very important. Many people think success online comes from time. If I post videos, eventually something will happen. But that it is not true. Success does not come from time. Success comes from consistency and clarity. If you understand your niche, your audience, your platform, and your work consistently, your content improves, your audience grows, and your influence grows, and eventually your results grow. If you want to build a personal brand, I created a free brand clarity guide. In this guide, you will discover your niche, your platforms, your content direction, and you can download it in the description below. Take a moment and answer those questions honestly. You can download it in the description below. See you on the next video. I would really love to know what are your strategies by online viral content. See you on the next video. Tschüssi!